Hi everyone. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me okay. If audio's good. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Um, yes, okay, perfect. Yes, awesome. All right. Yeah, yes. Hi, it's Ellie. I'm super, let me, um, stop the music for a second. But yeah, hi, welcome. Um, I am super excited to be doing this workshop today. It is my first technical workshop, so please bear with me as I kind of sort of get into the groove of everything. But yeah, today I am joined with Gordon. This is Gordon. So he's going to be here with me as we learn about React. So, yeah, I'm going to honestly just go ahead and get started. Yeah, we're starting Hack with React. Um, and yeah, oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you like my headphones. I heard they are, the quality is good in them, so glad to hear it. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get started. So, yeah, what's going to be going on in the live stream today? What are we doing? So, yeah, I'll go over an introduction on React. So, basically, how it will change you. And I'm very dramatic about this because when I first learned React after building like websites and stuff, it was very like it just expanded like everything that I thought I knew into like more. So I really hope that if you are also kind of like in that and want to learn more about like what React is and everything, then that's awesome. And yes, I know that some people are here from India. I know for a fact it's 4 in the morning there. So you guys are really really dedicated. So I'm glad. And thank you for staying up to watch the stream. So yeah, okay. And then important notes. Um, just we'll go over some like React must knows, how it differs from like regular HTML CSS. So if you're a beginner and you don't really kind of understand or kind of like know what React is, you'll understand what the difference is by the end of the stream. And then yeah, and then the third part will be we'll begin to build. So you'll join me as I build a cool React component, and we'll see what that is near the end. But yeah, once again, it's really, really exciting, super cool to be here. And then I'll go ahead and also just do a quick introduction on myself as well, because I am if you've been with MLH for a while, I'm actually pretty new. So it's probably been like half a year now that I've been with MLH. But yeah, I'll do a quick introduction on myself. I'm basically an incoming sophomore student at the University of Illinois. I'm majoring in information sciences and minoring in CS. So yeah, getting my tech degree. As you all know, I'm an MLH coach, or if this is like your first stream, yeah, I'm a coach. You might have seen me at some events, and yes, go UIUC. um, yeah, I'm a software developer for Hacked for Impact. We're a nonprofit organization that builds like software for other nonprofits. So yeah, recently I was on a project that we built a React Native app for a nonprofit for like a language learning. Um, Nonprofit. So we built, something like that. It's definitely super cool. I'd love to talk about some of my past projects, but yeah, I'm also a First Robotics alum. Basically, if you know like First Robotics, then you understand that kind of it's something it's like a robotics team that I was a part of in high school. So yeah, been definitely like involved for a long time, and then now I am an intern at IBM. So yeah, my GitHub and my Instagram is there of all like just like coding stuff related. If you're interested in kind of like knowing more about me. Um, but yeah, that's my intro there. And then yeah, so also make sure to um, check out the stream resources that I have for us today. So these will have basically all the links that you'll need for the GitHub repo that I'm going to be sharing later on today. Um, or later on in the stream, and then also the slides for this, just in case you can't make it to the entire stream, you can still access the slides later. So no worries on that if you need to go like halfway through or something. So yeah, you're all good. That the link is there. I can also go ahead and post it in the chat here, so you all can take a look at it as well. Um, these are the resources for today. Okay. Yes. All right. Let me go ahead and keep moving. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So yeah, basically this is the first like 20 minutes of this is just gonna be me like talking about React, what it is. So yeah, no worries on also like taking notes or anything. I will also have kind of a list of like notes provided as well on that link that you'll see there. So yeah, let's go ahead though. Like let's what is React? So yeah, React is made for developers to have an easier time coding as well as to make dynamic web apps much more easily. So this is what is called a framework, similar to AngularJS, Vue.js, or sorry, not Vue.js, but AngularJS. That is you might have like heard those before, but yeah, they're basically frameworks that just kind of make coding easier. And React is a part of like that family. Yeah, you can make dynamic web apps. So we'll kind of see kind of like what's the main thing about them. So it's the reusable components, and we'll go into more about like what components are, and that's also like a buzzword that you'll hear when talking about React or when people associate React with. Yeah, creates more modularity, easier to code complex applications. Yeah, some of your like favorite social media sites are built with React, so it's definitely a really powerful tool. Again, life changing. Yes, the virtual DOM. Um, yeah, easier to code complex applications and reactive updates and faster re-rendering without needing to refresh the page. So yeah, that's kind of just some more like information about what React is and why it's different from regular like HTML and CSS. And why it's really like revolutionary in my opinion. Yeah, and then that kind of will go into uh like what is Gsx before I get started. Let's see the chat. Yeah, so I yes, the link for the slides is not updated yet. So um I will make sure to like update that, but the slides will be there. Yeah, I know they both take you to the GitHub right now, so sorry about that. Yeah, the slides I'll have the slides like updated on the link as soon as I can. Yes, and then I'll go ahead. Someone asked which social media sites are built with React. And yeah, actually, let me do like a quick. I don't want to like. Um, let's see. So Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Salesforce are all built with React. So those are just some examples. Yeah, someone put that in the chat. Yeah. So yeah, it's very cool. Very cool stuff. Definitely. But yeah, we'll do into what is Gsx. So yeah, it's a syntax extension of JavaScript. So it is like primarily JavaScript, and it allows for writing HTML together with JavaScript. So you can embed expressions within JSX, and then JSX tags can contain attributes and also events. JSX expressions are also objects themselves, so you can use them in if statements and for loops, and you can assign them to variables. So yeah, it is very like super like dynamic in that sense that just more like usability with this instead of just like regular HTML. Um, yeah, and then we'll go ahead and kind of like take a look at some like code sample. Sorry, can you guys hear me now? Oh no. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Sorry. I like took myself off. All right. Awesome. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. All right. I'll repeat this, but basically, HTML elements can be objects. They are embedded. The children and parent functions are there as well, and then we have some if statements. So this is just basically just like a sample block of like some code. You'll see like curly brace notation with like the hello and then curly brace name, like from the name variable. And so if you were to put like the variable name element into a piece of HTML, then you'll be able to see hello Ellie from MLH, for example, in the H1 tag. Yeah, we can also see that they have like their own like properties, right? So in the second one where it says user PFP, and then that is inside like an image tag. So yeah, and then someone just asked, is this JSX or React? So this is like JSX and React are like the same thing, right? So this is like within React. JSX is just the like the syntax for it. Um, yeah, so basically like how we see here user.avatar URL, so we're referring to the avatar URL of like the user. Yeah, JSX is a notation. And then, yeah, we see a button on click that is attached to a curly brace inside. It's an object. And then we have a function at the bottom that says greeting user. And it takes in the user prop so that if the user is there, it exists, then we return like an H1 element. So that's kind of like, again, it's like very dynamic in the sense that it is. Like very very dynamic. You can insert a lot of things, and there's some like you can embed forever. It's really cool. Yes, it is a front end framework, um, or just like, well, yeah, just like a framework in general. I like personally just use it for like front end stuff, um, as just like um, an example. But yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about also React components. So yeah, React components are basically a reusable piece of code. So it returns JSX objects that define how like the component will be displayed on the screen. It can also receive properties itself, and it can have its own state. We'll talk a little bit more about what that means as well. But yeah, you'll hear this like a lot within like learning like React. It's like building components. If you end up, you know, uh like building components for like or like building using React for like a company or something, then you'll know that, they'll be like, hey, build out this component, things like that. So yes, I absolutely love it as well. It just takes away so much of the, you don't have to like repeat the same lines of code all the time, and you can call an entire piece of like code with like one line. It's crazy. So yeah, I'll go ahead and also we'll go into some more examples of what this looks like too. So yeah, you'll see here I have kind of like a dictionary of right there. It says we have user has first, last, age, and school, right? So that's just like information about me. Um, Ellie, Popoka, age 20, school, UIUC. And then we also have a function that's a nav bar. So that's the nav bar component that we have here. So we have the home, about, contact, links, right? And then we export default navbar. So that's kind of like basic syntax of a component in React. That's what it would look like. And then now we have another dashboard component. So that takes in parameters like user and photos. So yeah, so I just kind of have like an example of just like other stuff that might be in the dashboard like component, and that has then we in there we have the navbar component, and then we also have we're using taking in user parameters. So we have like user.first, that would just be saying my name. So hello, Ellie. And then you have photos in your gallery. So photos would be like a arbitrary number of just like how many photos someone has, for example. So yeah, it's really great because it can dynamically change according to each user. So every time you're like, for example, if you connect the backend to this, then depending, like if a user is logged in, they can have it so that it's uh, not like nothing is ever really hard coded, right? Like their names aren't hard coded. This is something that changes as we have different users, and that's why it's great for like social media apps because everything is just like it's like a template pretty much, if that makes sense, like how we can really like change everything based on whoever's logged in. So yeah, that's kind of just like an example. If there's any questions, feel free to like type it in the chat. I'm happy to like go over some more stuff. But yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about like again just some more properties on the components, right? So the props, you might have heard me talk about that, like what props are. So yeah, they're passed down from the parent component. They're immutable. You can think of it like passing parameters to a function, pretty much. So yeah, that's kind of what that looks like. So again, like this is just something similar, right? So we have the welcome like uh, the welcome component, and then that takes in props, so props.name, and then in down here in the welcome, when we're calling this in our like app, we can see that you can define name to be like Sarah, right? So you're defining your own prompts or your props, and you're using like just regular like HTML like syntax, for example. So yeah, that's kind of like something similar that is like that. Oh, hello. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of what that looks like there. And then we'll go ahead and move on here. So yeah, so this is we're gonna go ahead and talk about hooks. Um oh yeah, this is my niece. No, you can go over there. It's okay. All right, I will be right back. Okay, hello. Yeah, she had a sword. Yeah, she like loves Minecraft. I don't even know if that's a Minecraft sword, but yeah. Okay, we'll keep going back. Okay. Yes, so hooks. Hooks are functions that let you hook into React state and lifecycle features from function components. They don't work inside classes. It's like used without like you can use it with React without classes. So yeah, they're a little bit hard to explain. I think it's more like practical if we kind of like do it like as an example. So I can go ahead and talk about one of the very like popular hooks that you'll hear about, which is the the use state hook. Um, so yeah, we call it inside a function component to add some local state to it. React will preserve this state between like re-renders. And yeah, useState returns a pair, the current state value in a function that lets you update it. So you can call this function from an event handler or somewhere else. So yeah, we'll see like what like this like looks like in general, because I know that's kind of just more like in theory, like what does it do? But yes, so useState and the counter. So this is an example of kind of how you would use useState to do a counter like on click. So once you click a button, the the number like will go up, like, oh, you've clicked like blank amount of times, right? It'll just go up every time you click. So yeah, we have like a constant, it's count and set count. use state, and then inside the use state is where you would put like what the default is. So for example, it'd be 0. You're starting off with 0. And then yeah, and then down here you can in the div you basically keep track of how many times it's counted. So you've clicked, curly brace count times. And then on the button, we have an onClick function that basically it's just an arrow, JavaScript arrow function that says, set count is going to be just count plus 1, right? And that's how that is. And every time, you click the button, it just updates. So yeah, that's kind of an example of how you would use that. And we'll go into like ways in how that is going to be like important for like other applications when you're doing, React. Yeah, and useState isn't the only one, so I wanted to also just kind of mention use effect, use memo, use reducer, use context, and there's so many more out there. It's basically um, just ways in that you can like keep enhancing like your projects, and they do a little bit more like complicated things, and they have different uses, and I definitely encourage anyone that is like still interested in like kind of what these do to definitely go out and do research on these. But yeah, just because I am giving just a high level like overview, I think UState is going to be the most important one in this case. So yeah, and then now this kind of like really begs the question, like, how can I start coding in JSX? How can I start, doing React components? So yeah, we'll go over basically some key differences between like HTML and JSX. At least these are the ones that I personally just like kind of had to really like work on when I was first learning React, which was not that long ago. Um, but yeah, so basically, in HTML, the class is it's changed in JSX to like class name. So you'll see that when you're defining classes within HTML. And then in JSX, we have the curly brace notation, as we've been talking about. So in HTML, you usually have like that script where you have JavaScript within like this like script tag. So you don't need any of that because everything is just JavaScript. The HTML in this case would be like what's inside of that. Yeah, and then once again, components call with a single line of code. Yeah, someone said it took some time from class to class name. Same. Like I remember I was like so confused. Like, why isn't this working? It's because it's class name. I just thought that was like incredibly crucial. I wanted to highlight it. I know I had a really hard time with it as well. So yeah, and then again, like I was saying, components call with a single line of code. It's honestly just like amazing how you could do that. Capital component names are also super important. You want to make sure that every time you're like calling your components, um, they have like, or you're calling like the file name, that it's a capital letter. Um, so it's like I remember I was building an app for the first time, nothing was working, and then it's because I didn't have a capital on the component name. So always make sure that the component names have the first letter is capitalized. And yeah, and then export default is like what you do at the bottom when you're like when you finish with your component, right? You have to make sure that your component is complete with that line of code. So yeah, that's kind of just some like high level stuff, and also just some things from like experience that I know that I've been like struggling with. Yeah, I'm happy to go over any of some other slides. Let me know if anyone has any questions. Feel free to type those in the chat. Happy to go over, like explain something over once again. I can kind of go back to some of these if anyone needs to see them again. If not, we can go ahead and move on. I did have like a break scheduled in between here, but I think we can go ahead and just kind of move on to coding and see what we can build. Because yeah, basically this is kind of like what the next hour and a half will look like, right? we are going to, it's going to be just like a code along, and then you'll also be able to learn some fun styling with me because I am like personally like a little bit of a designer. So I'm very, very passionate about pretty design. So we'll do some styling. But yeah, so this is what we're building today. We are going to build a responsive nav bar. So what will this look like? We're going to build a nav bar component. We are going to learn CSS media queries, CSS Flexbox. If you haven't worked with that, you're going to be working with that today. Um, the use state hook. We're going to add some images, and then I'm going to teach you how to organize your React environment. So if you've never done this before, if you've never done something in React, I'm going to show you how you can organize that. So yes, and then design does come first. I totally agree. This is honestly just kind of a plug for all of the front-end developers that are here watching. I love and appreciate every single one of you. I don't think we get the appreciation we deserve. But yeah, so um, yeah, this is kind of like just like the main like points of like what we're doing, what we're gonna learn, the objectives, if you will. So yes. All right. Yeah. Let's go to the repo. So as I have shared, that is the link is there, but it's also in like the resources um, that will be, it's on the screen now. So if you want to go to that site, if you just got on the stream, go to that link right there. It will take you to basically where you can click on Hack with React GitHub repo. So yes, I will stop my screen, and I'm gonna share just basically like um, my screen on my other monitor, just so we're able to do everything there. And yes, I can link it in the chat as well again here. This is, yep, that is someone linked the repo, and then I have also just linked the resources so that you can also take a look at the slides after with the updated link. So yes. Okay. All right. All right. I think we can see my other screen here. Basically, I have the I already have it up here just on mine, but I'm gonna walk through it with everyone. So this is what the repo looks like. Um, it it gives you like step-by-step instructions that I have laid out for everyone. Basically, you have to fork the repo. You clone it onto your VS Code. And then you also need to make sure that you have Node JS installed. And I have some links here if you don't. Yeah, so you need to install like Node.js. And then personally, I'm using Yarn. So that's also just like something along with, I don't like know how to really explain it, but it just basically helps instead of just using npm, because I am coding on a like M1 Pro chip. So or like that is like what my laptop is. So it's just like a struggle using npm. So I always use Yarn, and Yarn has given me no problems at all. So yeah, and that's also, you basically, if you have npm and Node installed, then you can do like npm install global Yarn, and that'll you can download it like that. It's super easy, and then to make sure you have it, you just do yarn dash dash version. So yeah, that's just kind of like uh, just something to do, and it'll like always work. I don't know, I've like never had a problem with Yarn. So yeah. Yes, and then should I use WSL or Windows? Yeah, so I'm not really sure. I think you can like try either. I think like Windows should be fine. I know It's doing like normal. Yes, doing yarn. Yep. Cool. Yes. Yarn is it's honestly it's just great. I just love it. Yeah, and then setting up React. So when you fork and you clone the repo, it already has like the React environment in there. You just need to do yarn and yarn start like it says here, or you need to do cd into my app. And then yarn and yarn start. And someone said I prefer Node just for no reason. Honestly, that's totally valid. I feel like I would too. It's just like my Mac is just so like it just sometimes doesn't work and then sometimes it does. It's like super like just like unreliable for me. I guess yarn just like always works. And that's what I like learned from when I started developing uh, for my org, Hack for Impact. So yeah, and then that's kind of how. Let's see. I'll pull up my like VS Code. This is the README. Um, I'm on the branch dev stream, but ooh, let me show you guys what we're building. Wait, I like completely forgot to share that. Okay, I will show everyone what we're building. So, how do you clone the code? Yeah, so if you go to you have to fork it first. So that means, or I guess it doesn't let me fork into my own because this is my own repo. But you would just like either keep the name or change it. You'd click create fork, and then from there, so let's pretend this is forked. You go to code, you copy this, the link, you go to your VS Code, and then you would put, oh, you cannot see that. 1 second. Let me get rid of this. Okay, yeah. So then you would put git clone, and then you would paste in the link. And that's how you would clone it. But yeah, just make sure to fork just so that you can also kind of save all of your stuff, because this is like my repo. And that way you can just like save all of your stuff and come back to it if you'd like. So yeah, that is that there. Yeah, I am on. Let me do a. Let me switch into dev example. So the dev example branch has what we're building. Oh no. Oh wait, I have to I think I have to run yarn and yarn start. Okay. Wow, that's I just can't even imagine if it doesn't work. Okay, yay, it works. All right, this is what we're building. Okay, so a responsive nav bar. And I think this is perfect for people who are just starting off, because we're, like I said, we're going to be doing all the CSS stuff, and then all like the media queries and everything. And then also practicing with hooks. So yeah, this is what we're building. Basically, it is Navbar. We have a little search bar, and then when you press it, when you go like this, the hamburger menu appears, and then you can open that. I don't know, it's super cool. I'm like super excited to go through this with everyone. But yeah, this is some of the cool stuff you can do with React. Where do you find the link after fork? Yeah, once you forked it, it should basically look like something like this. Like it should still just look like that. It's just where it says code. Yep, link, copy. Yeah. So yeah, I think yeah, we got some responses in the chat about that. So yes, that is that. Yeah. Okay. Basically, yeah. So this is just basically what it looks like. Um, yeah, again, I don't know. I just want to show off this like super cool. Also, the font changes once we get to a certain size to adjust for other screen sizes. And then we get to go to other pages. I don't have any of the other pages set up, but this is kind of just what that looks like. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the empty. Oh, okay. I think I need to like. I'm just gonna trash everything. Okay. Yes, let me switch into dev stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, my wallpaper. I've actually had it forever. I feel like I wanna change it, but I need to find like another high quality picture. um should we see this when we start edit source/app.js and save to reload? Um I'm not sure. I think you should be fine. If it says like just save to reload, I think maybe try doing that. Um, Having trouble downloading npm and yarn. Yeah, so if you go onto the like I think on the repo it should have like some links. So there's some instructions here depending on like your device. And then also this is the site to download Node, so that you should be good for that. Depending on like what like system you have. Yeah. Yeah, let me know. Does it matter what yarn version we use? No. It shouldn't. I don't think so. I think I have, or here, I can show off what version I have, so um that way I'll see. I don't even know, to be honest. Oh my god. 1.22.17 is the one I have. And then my node version is 16.13.2. So that is that, in case or like that's how it's set up for. Yes, I use Fig. Actually, I learned about this from another hackathon I was at. My friend was like, "Hey, you should use this. Like, it's life changing." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it is." Yes, the Fig extension is awesome. I love using it. It's really great. Yes, definitely recommend. Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna go back to dev stream. Why is it? Oh, I think just because I have to. CLI shows running scripts is disabled on the system error. Or so, could you maybe like walk me through like what the steps you took? What is Fig? Fig is a uh oh, sorry, I just spaced out. Fig is like an extension where it just kind of like auto completes, but it auto completes for like your terminal. So like all the get like the checkout or get add, it like automatically shows up. So you'll kind of see it like right here when I'm using it. So like it's kind of already has it there for you. Yes, yeah, terminal suggestions. Okay, I need this to change. Oops, get checkout main. Yarn. Yes, if localhost is running around with the React logo, that is a success. Yes, that is the expected result. Yep, you're all good. That's all good. You should be good when that does that, because that's what I have. That's like the main thing. Shut up. Yes. Now let me have that set up for me. Um. Oh no. Git checkout dev stream. Now git yarn start. Okay, starting the dev server. Yes, you should see this. Everyone should see this when they've all done this. Yes. Okay. Awesome. I think we have a few people already kind of like on this step, so we'll just keep moving on. I am going to have okay. Ooh, okay, I see. All right. Yes. In the meanwhile, I'm going to pull up just like my sample code. If you want to see like the example that I already have is like in here. Did you write yarn start? Yes, I did. I put yarn first. You do yarn and then um, yarn start again. So it's 2 times to have it show up. And let's see, source, component. Yeah, it's there. Okay, cool. Yay, awesome. Glad you all got it. Yeah, so also, yeah, meanwhile, just waiting on like a couple more people. Just wanted to also highlight real quick that in case that you're starting out, so it's already set up with like the React environment because I set it up already. But in case that oh no. Sorry, I lost. Here we go. So yeah, in case you are starting off completely new and you're on like a new repo buyers like just alone, that is just going to be yarn create react app, and then my app is just like the name of it. So uh, just like a simple shortcut to get that React environment on your like setup as well on your VS Code. Oh, good night. Have a good rest of your evening or almost morning. I know it's morning for some people. Yeah, so just in case you wanted to start that on a repo on your own. Yeah, okay, let's get started. Let's see. So yes, you are on here. We're on here. Okay, let me just adjust that there. Okay, just so that I have that separated. Actually, we can keep this maybe smaller. Okay, just so we can see that a little better. All right, so now that we have this here, I have everything on autosave just to make it easier, so I'm not saving everything. All right, now let's go ahead and set up like the environment. What I like to do is within source. So you have here within my app, you have public. We can ignore that for now. And then you have source folder. And then I have an empty assets folder. So that's empty. But we're going to add in some new folders. So I like to create pages. I also like to do like style sheets. We can keep all of our, basically just have everything organized, right? So, oh, that's just a file. Oops. yeah, the style sheets folder, style sheets, and then of course the components folder. Oh, no worries, it's totally fine. Yeah, we're just here. If your stuff is still downloading, that's totally okay. I'm just like just creating folders, so no worries. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what I have so far. So assets, components, pages, style sheets. Assets is like for the pictures that we might put in. Pages is we're gonna have our like app.js in here, or like uh, because in the example that I showed you guys, so there's like an about, there's like a contact, right? So all of those are going to be separate pages that can be within the pages folder. Style sheets is going to have our CSS, um, and then yeah, and I think I went over components, but yeah. So within components, I'm gonna add in a new file called Nav Bar, and as I mentioned before, we want to make sure that um, it is capitalized. So yes, and then I'm doing .jsx, um, but it can also be just .js. It doesn't matter. It is it's all the same because you'll see here within like React, it's just the .js. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of everything. So let's see, I'll keep the div. I'll get rid of the header and like all these images, so you'll see that it just goes blank, but I'll just put hello world. And yeah, you'll see here there's the hello world. It changes that. I'm gonna also clear out app.css. Does the components folder need to be capitalized? I just capitalized it. I think it does, or I'm like not 100% sure, but I just capitalized it just in case. I think all the other ones like don't really matter. Um, but I guess to have it like consistent, it's either you capitalize all of them or not. So it's up to you. But I just capitalized mine. We'll get rid of all of this because this doesn't apply anymore. And then that just drags this here now. Okay, so yeah, let's start building out the nav bar. So we're going to import React from React. Also, I am using GitHub Copilot, so you'll see like some of the autofill stuff is gonna be there as I code. So just an FYI. Okay, and then also I'm gonna drag this over here just so I have my stuff set up. Okay. Yep, so okay, we're importing React. Let's also import the style sheet. So we can go ahead and put the app.css in style sheets. That way it's in here. And you'll see here there's like an error. It like can't find it, and that's just because we have to like tell it that it's in another folder. Um, so okay, there. Yeah, okay, so that's that. And then we also need to do the same thing in the navbar component. Let me copy that. Oh, I was like, why is that not working? Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's all good. Yes, GitHub Copilot. Do you all have GitHub Copilot? I'm not sure if other people also have it, or if you like use it. I haven't touched code in like so long, so um, yeah. Okay, awesome. So yeah, now we have that nav bar set up. So let's go ahead and start the function for this. So the syntax for this is going to look like function. Let's call this nav bar. So same as like the like right here. So how it's spelled out like within the components. So just nav bar. Okay. I don't want that. Okay. We'll do return. And then now we have our stuff in here. And then let me just put in like a div. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so now we have that there. Now we have like what our just like our nav bar. Okay, someone said, I believe you have to pay for it after a while. Yeah, but it's actually free for students. So I don't think I have to pay anything until like I graduate. So it's gonna be a bit. But yeah, it is. It's like pretty expensive though. I think I saw it. So yeah. Okay, cool. Actually, instead of a div, we're gonna make this nav just because we want semantic, right? Semantic HTML. We want to make sure that we are as detailed as possible. So we're changing this from a div to a nav. And then basically how we want to like visualize this is we have a left side and a right side of the nav bar. So the left side is going to be basically like all of the links, and then the right side is going to have that search bar. So we can implement both just with different like on different sides. So we'll go ahead and do that. Inside the nav, we're gonna create two divs. And then okay, so I have two divs. Now I'm going to do the class name for the first div is gonna be left side. And then the second div is gonna have the class name of right side. So now we have two different divs that have the different for the two different sides of the nav bar. Okay. And then now let's go ahead and see if we can see this just on our CSS so we can kind of keep track of like what's going on. Let me go ahead and pull that up. So yeah, and then we have some my navbar function is giving me errors. Do we have to download JSX? No, so it should just be like you name your file like .jsx. It should already be good. Or if it's giving you errors, you could just try like .js. But yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and for the app, we want to make sure that the width is, we have a width of 100 view width. This is what I have so far. I want you to see the difference. You can also maybe also double check that the style sheet is like within like the same. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Um, got it, got it. Okay. Yes. Width, 100 view width, and then height is 100 view height. This is just kind of like setting like a canvas for here, and then body is going to have give me 1 second. Margin 0, no margin. Also no padding, padding 0. And then background color, we're just gonna have it be white for now. It's already white, but it's that. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's kind of like you want to make sure that you're starting off with like this code, especially the like canvas setup of the width and height, and then margin and padding. All right, so we have the Navbar class. So let's do dot Navbar. Then we're gonna choose a background color for the nav bar. So this can honestly be whatever you'd like. I actually want to happen to show you guys a cool website called Coolers. Um, I like to just like choose like random colors here. Ooh, I like these blues actually. Actually, I might go with this one. But basically, you press the spacebar, it generates different colors. So uh, if you need like help deciding for a cool background for your nav bar, go for it. Okay. Yes, Coolers is so cool. Yeah, and we can't see it now because we don't have a height, but let's do the width is going to be 100% because we want all of the screen, and then height, we'll do 50 pixels. Oh, it's not showing up because also we haven't defined it here either. Wow. So in the app.js, you have to make sure you put it in. We'll get rid of hello world. We'll get rid of the div actually. And we have to import our nav bar. And then we have to import it on top here. So import nav bar from component. Yep. Oh, I think. Oh, I think should I just? Sorry, 1 second. I like forgot. Yes. Oh. I think I just have to. Nav bar is not defined. Oh, wait. Yes. That is that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's. Wait, give me 1 second. I think I can figure it out. Okay. I wonder. Hmm. Oh no. This is so sad. Import nav bar from dot, just one dot. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah. Got it. Yep. We got it. We got it. Okay. Sorry about that. Yes. There we go. Okay, cool. Yes, that's how it's supposed to look. So now we have the background of that. Cool. Awesome. All right. Now we have um that will do. Also, I'm gonna show you guys how to get some fonts. So I like to go on Google Fonts. So you just Google Fonts. You can choose some like fun fonts here. My favorite is I like the Chivo font. I think it like just like looks nice. It's like a sans serif font. I just have the import link from before. So you just you like copy the import link here. The at import. So you just like at import this if you want to like put it into your file. I just have, like I said, the one from before. So that's just gonna have that, just so it like looks pretty. Ooh, Urbanist. Which ones? How does that look like? Oh, that one's good. That one's good. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, definitely. Like, feel free to import it. If you've like imported before, like other fonts, then you know. Yeah, no, it's super pretty. Okay, we'll do in the nav bar, let's change the font family. So I'm gonna just do, I think it's, oh, I have to do it in quotes. Yeah, awesome, okay. Wait, what am I doing wrong? Oh. Okay, cool, yeah. What is your GitHub? Are you able to put this code in a repository so we can see it later? Yeah, so actually, great question. Yeah, if you go to, um, sorry, let me pull it up just for everyone to see. It's actually in a different branch. So, right here in a different, if you go to dev-example, that it has the code already that the of what we're building. So yeah, if you want to access it later, or you want like to see like what the code is for the Navbar, it's there. So yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we have font family established, and then we also need to have it display flex. Cool. And then let's tackle the left sides and right sides. So .nav bar, and then we're gonna do dot left side. Can you show your navbar.jsx? Yeah. This is what navbar.jsx looks like. We have a nav tag, and then inside we have two divs that have named left side and then another div named right side. How do you get the font link again? Yeah. You go into like the Google fonts, you like select a style, or like you go here, you click the at import. So you don't click on, you just copy the at import that's in between the style tags, and then you can import that right into your CSS. And then it'll show you how to define that in your CSS. I hope that helps. Cool. Yep. So that's what navbar.gsx looks like. .navbar.left side. And then we also have the .navbar.right side. So that way we have both there. Now, let's see. So now we have to make sure that these are both flex of 50%. So that way, like everything stays within their own like half of each other, if that makes sense. So flex 50% for both. And then like for example, if you take a look here, like let me change the background color real quick. For example, oh, that is just the blue we're using, I think. If we just do like white, for example, you'll see here that half of it just turned white, and when I adjust it, like 50% of it will always be white. So that's just what we want to do. We want to maintain like 50% of one side for that. Okay, cool. Display flex for both. Because it's gonna be, we're gonna be adding contents into here. Great. Yep. Awesome. Okay. So now let's start adding some. I'm gonna go back to the navbar.jsx, and in here I'm going to just start adding in my like just the content pretty much. So we have left side here. Let's have the left side's gonna have the links. So let's create a div with the class name. We'll do some links. All right, and then in here, yeah, we'll do home. We'll do about. We'll do contact, and then I'm just gonna stick with 3. So we have the link, the A tags, the href is going to be the /about/content, because that's what the HTML page is going to be called when we like add more pages, for example. So yeah, so just add whichever ones you'd like. So I'm adding just home, about, and contact. And then let's go ahead and we'll leave that there for now. Let's go ahead and style it a little bit. Oh, hi to the person who just came in. What are we trying to build? We're trying to build a responsive nav bar with React. So just pure React. So yeah, feel free to follow along if you'd like. Okay, cool. Yes, so we have that. And now we can style the links a little bit. Just so that they're not, we can get rid of like how like squeezed they are, if that makes sense. So yep, well, I'm gonna copy this. The navbar.left side, I'm gonna make another one right here that is going to have dot links, because that is the class we just built. Links. And then this is going to have, we're going to give it a max height, just so we know that it's never going to get bigger than this. So I think we had 50, our nav bar is 50 pixels tall. We don't want to have any text decoration. So it's just gonna be none. We'll keep it white. Or actually, I'm not sure, just because will the white even show? I can't tell. Okay. We'll do font size 20. And then we'll give it a margin left of like 20 pixels. Let's see how that looks. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yes. Oh, sorry. Make sure to put the A just so that it's talking about the links. So yeah. So now you have that here. Now every time you click on it, it'll change. You'll see like in your local host the link changes. Okay, so now we have that. We added maybe even some like what is it? I wanna make like keep it padding top 10. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Never mind. Sorry, it's like at the top. Okay. And then for the right side, let's do, we're going to have on the right side our like search bar. So let's go ahead and add that real quick. So that is just going to be with the input tag. So the input tag, that is going to be type text. You can see it already appeared. And then also let's add a cute placeholder. So that is just going to say, hey hackers. Oh, sorry. Can you go back to the app.js once again? Yeah, no problem. This is what app.js looks like. It just has the nav bar input. Okay. Yeah, so then, okay, so it just says the placeholder here is just hey hackers, and then you'll see that we can start typing in there. And then let's also put a button. So we'll do a button that has like just says search. We'll call this search button. Oh, and then now we have a button right next to that that says search, and it's clickable. All right, awesome. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back and style that. Every time I code, like, I usually like once I like put in like some sort of like elements and stuff, I like go straight to styling, just because I feel like it helps me visualize the site better. Even though I guess this is like more of like a React tutorial, I do want to go over the styling a little bit just so we get used to it, in like the best way possible. Okay, yes, let's go ahead and now we can. We have that. Let's align everything in the center. So that way it squeezes it. So there we go. Now it like looks a little better. We can also do that with the links, I'd say. Does that not do anything? I wonder why they're on top. Okay, I'll deal with that later. Is it? Did I just forget this? Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. That is not. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm a little ambitious. I wanted to do that. Okay. All right. Then now that we have that, let's do flex end so that it goes to the go to the end. Oh, yes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that worked. Yes. I was like, something's missing. Thank you. Okay. And then, let's see. Why is this not working? Should go to the end. It is like in the middle. So if I had padding, just like moves it to the right, but I don't need it to move it to the right. Oh, I know why. It is justify content instead of justify items. Justify content, flex end. And then we can add some padding to the right. That is what was wrong. Okay. Let's do like 20 pixels. So it's not like right at the very edge. So you see here, that's looking good. All right. And even like actually like I only have 3, but if you happen to have more, obviously, then this is gonna just start like clashing into each other. So that's why responsiveness is pretty important. Okay, cool, yeah. And then now we can style dot navbar dot right side dot or not dot, just input. And some of the styling that I have done for this is, let's see, I gave it a width of 200 pixels. So there's that, the height of 30 pixels. So it's just a little bit more thicky. Actually, let me do 25. I don't like how thick that is. Yeah, that's cool. And then no border, because you'll notice it has like a small border. So I just put no border. I did a small border radius. Oh, not that looks ugly. Sorry, let's just do something small. Yeah, barely noticeable, but noticeable enough. Let's add some padding to the left of that, so the text isn't just like straight there. We'll make the font size of this a little bigger. Oh, that is really a lot. That's a lot, no. Oh, that's small. Okay. Yeah, no. CSS is very tedious, but that's honestly just one of my favorite parts about it. All right, we're gonna do the same font family that I've been doing. So Chivo. Did that change? Yes, it did. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna do we're gonna make it black. Just cause. Right. Awesome. Yeah. So that's this styled. Hey. Right? Looks good so far. Looks pretty. All right, now let's style the button. So that is .nav bar. Right side. Button. Or let's just right side button. Actually, you don't need to do. None of this is styling my components. Any idea how they're disconnected? Yeah. I'd say try to make sure that your navbar.jsx has the style sheet imported. That's how they're connected. So like mine says like import dot dot slash style sheets slash app dot css because that's the css file I'm working in, and I put um app dot css here inside the style sheets folder. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. That's maybe why it's not styling it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the button, let's give that also the same height. We can do a width of 50, or let's do 70. Okay. Changing the font size again. We'll do the same font family that I've been doing. Okay, and then let me just give this no border real quick. And then margin left, just so it's a little separated from like the actual search bar. We'll just do 10. Okay, and that's how my styling is gonna get. Okay, cool. So now we have to worry about the fact that this is clashing here. So now we can start with the media queries, which is exciting. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Media queries work. Basically, I won't like go too in depth about it just because the tutorial is just for a nav bar. But basically, it's just at media, and then you can do just only screen because there's other different types of stuff that like it's not just screens. It can be like other stuff, but yeah. So just keeping that there. So yes, media queries. Okay. We'll do only screen, and then we'll do the max width of we'll start off with 850 pixels. It can be like however many pixels you'd like. And then I already kind of have some of this stuff like filled out for myself, but the links basically they just change with the like depending on how you like how like tiny the screen width gets, then the font size changes. So I just kind of changed it so that it makes it smaller. So and then the input and the button also get smaller, but I don't think I wanna change the button. So that's just gonna stay like that. Okay, cool. And then font size for the links, I don't want to get too small. How's that? Okay, cool. Yeah, it gets a little smaller, but that's all good. So you'll see kind of how that does that. So yeah, so once it like max width, once it hits 850, it'll change to whatever the CSS in here is basically what that is. Yeah. Okay. So let's do uh let's tackle now like the smallest screen size that we're gonna deal with. Only screen, and then max width of 600. So yeah. Oh, what does that say? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah. All right. So now I don't want to make it smaller or anything, but we'll just have this here for now because this is like medium, like small, and then this is the smallest that we'll get. Or I could do like 500 something. We'll see what that does. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So now we can go ahead and work on getting the hidden portion of this. So you'll see here that once it goes like inward like that, we need it to change into like the hamburger icon so that we're able to have it be responsive to a smaller screen size. So how will we do that? And that is going to use the useState hook that I previously talked about. So we're going to go back to navbar.jsx, and then we want to import useState. So at the top, it's going to go right here. You're going to do a comma after React and then use state right there. So I want to make sure that's imported. And then in the function, the nav bar, right before the return, you want to define some variables. So const, let's do show links, and then set show links, and that is going to we're going to initialize it to a boolean, and that's just going to be false. So starting off, we don't want the the links to show in the how it gets smaller. Yes, so now that we have that, that's all good. Okay, so we have our useState. Now we need to kind of make sure it works like as we click. So let's go ahead and the links, we're gonna set an ID for it. So on the div that's class name links, you're gonna put ID, and then we're gonna use curly brace notation. So if show links is true, we are going to create the hidden class, or the hidden ID, sorry. And then if not, then that is just going to be an empty ID. So what that does is that we are going to have some properties for that hidden ID for the links, and that way it can change when the links are smaller within the media queries that we have already written. So yeah, that's just gonna be, that just helps us. So if show links is true, then it's gonna change. Otherwise, we're just gonna have it be empty. Okay, cool. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and also on the button. So let's see, we're gonna add another button over here. That's gonna be the icon, the hamburger icon. So it's gonna be right after the left side div. We're gonna create a button. That is just gonna be the onClick function, and then we're gonna do set show links. And if we don't see, oh, sorry, extra brackets there. Oh, There you go. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we see like that button right there. um, and then we're gonna have it just say, we can do just like open. It's just gonna say open. Yeah. So that's just gonna allow us to have it be so that once this is clicked, we can show like the actual um, links in like a stacked order instead. Oh, oh no. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's go back to our CSS. It's honestly a lot about CSS too. Truly, it is just an insane amount of CSS. Okay. Yeah. So let's start with over here. Let's see. We are going to make sure that the button is not displayed when it is just like normal. So you see right now it is displayed. We need to make sure that it's not. Also, I think I did it. Sorry, button has to be inside the left side div. I think it goes there. Okay, yeah, that way it's like right next to here. Okay, yeah, it should be right inside the left side class div. Okay, cool. We can keep going. So .navbar, left side, dot, or not dot, just button. This is gonna be display none because we don't want it to show right now, at least. And let's give it, we'll do a margin left so that when it's showing up, it's not like straight to the side of the screen. Cool. We're almost done. It's quite a bit. All right, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Let me know if there's any questions though, if we're all good. But yeah, okay, left side button. And now, because we created this like hidden class, the state is gonna change once the hidden class is created and it's there. So let's go ahead and style that. We'll go here. And the dot Navbar dot left side with the ID of hidden, right? Because that's the one we just created. Display flex. Okay. We always want that to be true. All right, and then now for once we have once we're in here at the smallest screen size, right? We want to make sure that the links. Oh, use state. Yeah. Would you explain its rules here? Yeah. Let's do a deep dive. So yeah, so we have what is called the show links and the set show links, right? So the initialized of like state of show links is false as of right now, right? So then we have here like define like show links if it's true. So just stating the variable makes it true. And then if it's true, it creates the hidden. If it is false, it doesn't make an ID. And then on the on click, set show links is going to be not false, which is true, which will then show the hamburger icon. So yeah, it is a bit like, it's a bit hard to grasp. I totally understand. But definitely I think like with practice and like a lot of like just doing it over and over again, you definitely get the hang of it. It's just like a little it is definitely a bit hard to wrap your mind around it, but it's basically just a bunch of like different like booleans and stuff. Just like if this, then show this. If not, then don't show this, you know, things like that. But yeah, that's kind of like an overview of what this does, right? Set show lengths is like the function for the state, if that makes sense. So yeah. Okay. All right. At the smallest screen size that we have, I want the links to disappear, right? So, dot nav bar dot left side button. We want this to be display X. Okay, and then dot navbar dot left side dot links. Can I see the imports at the top of app.css? Yeah. App.css just has the font import. So that's pretty much it. Okay, the links, we don't want these to show. So that's just going to be display none. Let's do 650. There you go. So yeah, so now that does that. So you see here that once that this it goes to this, the links disappear, and then it has this open tab, and then now it shows them here now, right? So on click, which is super cool because that's what we did with the use state, right? The button on click, you set the show links to not show them. Can you please show the CSS that hides the button again? Yeah. It's inside the smallest media query that you want to have. So at the 650 pixels, it is, you want to display none of the links. But yeah, and then on click, it should show up. Yes, and then I can go ahead and show like also the code of, oh, let me, there, okay. Yeah, so that does that. But yeah, no, it's definitely super, super cool. Can you hide the menu on the left so the code has more space? Yes, I am trying. Oh. Okay, there. Sorry, I've like me trying to figure it out. Okay. Yeah. This is that. But now it is like up, the links show up when you click open, but they're up here. So we want it to like scroll down, right? So now we have to do is change that part. So that is like the hidden ID that we established before. Oh, sorry if that just blacked out. It blacked out for me. Okay. So this is the .navbar left side with the ID hidden, and this is inside the media query. We're still here. Position absolute. Then we want to like adjust where it starts. So left 0, and then top is gonna be 50 pixels because that is how tall our screen is. Oh, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. That completely. No. Okay. Let me see if you can see that. Sorry about that. Okay. I think we should be good. So sorry. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Yes. So, okay. What I just did is the .navbar.left side inside the smallest media query, and then with the ID hidden, Oh, thank you. um, and then position absolute left 0, top 50 because um it has to like adjust to right at the bottom of the nav bar. We're just like giving it like the like where it starts. Um, we're gonna do just auto height. Let's give it a max height of max height. Let's say like 200 pixels. Width 100%. Background color is just gonna be. Let's do it the same one as our nav bar, like the light blue that I've been using here. Okay. All right. Cool. And then display flex. We'll also do flex direction column because it's gonna be in a row. Or wow. It's gonna be in a column, so we need flex direction column, not row. Align items center so they can be right in the middle. So yeah, that does that. So that's the styling that we just did right now with the hidden tag. Is it okay to have height and max height on the same place? Yeah, kind of like how I did that here. Or I think that's what you're referring to. It's just or I just kind of max height is just like the maximum amount I could possibly go. So it's good. Let's do we can style the links now. So that means like these actual if they're you see that they're a little too like sandwiched together. We can do dot navbar just hidden a just the links for these. Margin we'll give it just a margin of 10 pixels. And then font size, we'll make it a little bigger for mobile users. Okay, and let's see how that looks. Awesome. Yeah, that's how that is. And then you stretch it out. And you have your other links. And then you squeeze it. And then you have a button that says open. And then it opens. It's honestly super cool. Like, after this, I'm like an expert because this is my second time doing this today. But yeah, it's honestly, UState is like the most helpful thing ever, right? You can do cool stuff like this. And this is going to be like super helpful for when you do like different like React apps for like hackathons and stuff. You can make it responsive and add a little more like pizzazz to your hack. But yeah, now we can also replace this with the hamburger icon because it just is open, but there's a specific like icon that you can use from Material UI, which is a library. There are a bunch of cool things called UI libraries that you can incorporate with React. So, for example, Semantic UI React has already built components for you, right? And there are nav bars, for example, that are already built with like UI libraries like that. For example, here's like this menu, right? This is basically kind of like a sort of what we're doing, right? So these are already built out for you. So if you're ever interested in like, quickly like pumping these out, using a UI library is super helpful. Like lists, right? Like just segments, like already built out and styled components. Um, cards are super helpful. Like these pretty cards. So yeah. But yes, so Material UI has just the icons. So um, there's like 15 minutes left, so I won't go ahead and do that, but it will be like in the notes and all the code that I share. Um, and let me go ahead and push this right now, actually. So let's do git status. Yep, have a lot of stuff. So git add git status again. Let's check that. Okay. Git. We're gonna commit this. So add nav bar from stream, and then git push. Right. So all of the code that I worked on today's live stream is now on GitHub on the um on the dev dash stream branch. So if you're interested in taking a look at that, that is all in here. And yeah, I am super excited that we got to build this today. I'm happy to go over some other stuff from the code, answer any more questions. We do still have quite a bit of people on the stream, so if you're interested in also just talking more about this, I can also provide anything else if anyone's interested. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm really proud of what we did. Very cool. And then yeah, all that's left to do is really just styling the website and stuff. So yeah, now you know exactly how to make a responsive nav bar and just a nav bar in general. I feel like these can get super complicated, especially with all like the flex end, justify content, like all that stuff just gets really, really complicated. Why don't we, for the last like 8 minutes, add a picture? Let's see. Let me go into assets. Okay. Sorry. Oh, let's add the cute MLH girl. We'll add this into assets. Okay. And then now let's import her. Yeah, we'll put her on the nav bar. She'll be really small, but do you recommend a resource to continue learning after this amazing intro? First of all, I'm so glad you thought that. Thank you. That means a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say honestly, just a lot. There's a lot of like cool like YouTube tutorials. I recommend just learning all of the hooks, right? Just keep on making more projects, and how depending on what situation you run into when you're trying to make those projects, you'll learn more as you start to like learn exactly what functionality you're trying to do. Okay, my nav bar still looks like this. Let's see. Sorry. I don't know if I could copy this link. Oh, sorry. I don't think I can copy your link. I'll go to okay. Yeah, I see. So, yeah, you have to let's see. You have to make sure that your CSS like it's still you're using that use state hook, and that they're inside the media queries depending on how. So I already pushed my code if you want to take a look at like what we just did now. It's in the right here. Oh, I just deleted it. 1 second. Yeah, so it is in the dev-stream branch if you want to look at what I just did now. Let me import the picture real quick. Let's see. Import GHW init girl from asset / qmlh girl .png. Nice, that worked. Okay, and then now we can, oh, I have to do it here. Copy. Oh. Wow, okay. Import. All right, sorry about that. Just changing that. Okay, and I think there you go. Okay, cool. That's imported, and then now let's go ahead and we'll do. Oh. Okay, sorry. I think having some internet issues. I think everyone can still see me. Okay. No, why is she not showing up? My bad. There you go. She shows up once you open it. Yeah, okay. Yes, alright. Okay, 5 more minutes. I think I can style her within that time. Just so you guys can see kind of what the picture would look like with importing that. We'll give this a class name. We'll add MLH icon. And then we'll go to app.css. Just outside the media queries, we'll do .mlh icon with 30 pixels. There you go. There she is. She's right there. Padding left. Yep, there she is. So she's really tiny, but you can see her. That was me importing a picture. But yeah, that's also just like an idea of how to do that. So, you know, you name it, and then with the you input an image, and then you do curly brace notation with whatever you named your picture. Yes, very cute. But yeah, okay. I think that is it from me in terms of building a React app. This is our final product. First of all, I want to say thank you all so much who was here till the end. I appreciate you know, like everyone being here and stuff. Once again, let me load up the resources, right? So the slides will be updated like in like 5 minutes, so you'll be able to see the slides. And then I am doing an intro to UI UX workshop as well, in like on Tuesday, and that will have me like building my own like personal website. So if you want to see me like design my website, and actually I haven't told anyone about what the workshop will be yet, so it's intro to UI UX, but it's also going to be me having the workshop. So, and styling my personal site. So yes, I'm so glad you all learned a lot. If there's any questions, feel free to reach me out. I can go ahead and point you to a whole bunch of resources. I'll have a bunch of resources also on the site as well. Um, and I'll have like a bunch more stuff. So yeah, of course, I'm so glad everyone had a good time. Let's say Gordon says bye. We appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm, Ellie from MLH on Discord. If you want to DM me, if there's anything you'd like to discuss in terms of like React or anything else, I can go ahead and point you in the right direction. So yeah, of course. Thank you all so much for being amazing. Yeah, I will talk to you all soon. Talk to you all on Tuesday, and have a great time at um or hope you all are having a great time at Global Hack Week. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.